Alright, I think we're live now.
Looks like it. Looks like it. Let's wait for some kind of confirmation.
Yeah, let's wait for confirmation. No? Alright. Okay. Now we're
Nice. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Cool. Hello, everyone.
live. Hi, I'm Hyun, the Communications and Marketing Director at Mothership. And
Arseny, the CEO and co-founder.
okay, so I know everyone has been waiting a long time for this live stream, and especially for your return in front of the camera. So I guess we can start right away with some of the questions. And just for the viewers to know, we have received some of the questions beforehand. We have gathered them and filtered them out to kind of get the most important questions answered. So starting off right off the bat, regarding regulations.
Before we start, I also wanted to say thanks to all the moderators and to people who submitted questions. Go and order them. We found them really interesting, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be an interesting session now. So yeah, starting with regulations. One question was, how does Mothership view the current crypto scene in Europe regarding regulation and acceptance?
Okay. So I think I could answer this question. I've been living in Estonia for a bit over 6 years now, and I personally believe that Estonia is really great in terms of progressive technology and innovation. So crypto and blockchain, that's the main topic of discussion, and I think Estonia is one of the best places to build our company. So for instance, we pay most things in crypto as well.
That is true.
Yeah,
That is true.
and in a lot of ways, Estonia, the government is a bit conservative in some aspects, but when it comes to innovation such as blockchain technologies and crypto, it's really far ahead, and it goes to show with legal statuses of where crypto lies,
does.
and yeah.
And the whole e-residency thing also way ahead. And yeah, with all the regulations, it's very nice to see lawmakers getting in touch with the industry and not trying to just ban everything, but instead work out the regulations which will help the industry, which won't just cripple it.
Yeah. So connected to that, what is the status of the financial certification? What's that all about?
Yeah, what's that all about? So, in order to operate an exchange which has fiat trading pairs, you need a license in Estonia, and we knew that from the very beginning. And first, we were waiting for the bill introducing that license to pass, and it entered into power in October, and we started preparing all the documentation and really aim to submit by the end of New Year, like just before the New Year. Something is up. Some things came up, and one paper we were missing was criminal record certificate, basically stating we are not criminals, me and Anton, and you got to get this one from the embassy of your home country, and holidays in Russia take quite a bit of time, New Year holidays, so we weren't able to get that one in the beginning of January. Then the whole process takes a bit of time. So finally we got that one. Everything is ready, and to be honest, we were about to submit the application today. One little thing didn't work out, but not a problem. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna submit the application for the license like within the next few days. Thing is, this license does not really affect any launch dates. because it's only required when you operate with fiat, and we can easily launch without fiat for the first time, and it's going to be absolutely fine.
Yeah, so it's not a requirement by any means.
Yeah. But generally, we are very, very certain we are getting the license and everything's prepared. So it's happening. Next question is about operations. How many people are now working on the MSP project? Did you succeed in finding the developers you were looking for?
I think I can help with this part because I do help out with the hiring and operations side of it. So right now we're at 14 members strong. And of course we are happy with the progress of it, but at the same time we always recognize that we could always grow and expand the team even more. So we have our internal goals as well for hiring. And some numbers I can share is we have 6 engineers in total, besides the founders, the 2 founders. We have 2 designers, 1 product owner, 1 head of customer success who is also looking to expand the customer success team as well. And we have 2 marketing and operations personnel. So you can actually see most of the people on our website at mothership.cx/about. I think we have 12 people up there right now, but the current total is 14, and we want to grow even more. And obviously, we need developers, right?
Always. Finding great developers is such a tough task, and we are super happy with the development team we have at the moment, and but it's the development team always needs expanding.
Yeah.
So we are always on the lookout for great full stack developers, mobile developers, blockchain hackers, Ethereum developers. If you know anyone, tell them to apply.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're watching, yeah, we'll take them. So onto the next question. Why do you think Mothership is better than the competition?
Product. It's all about product and customer service. I myself just always prefer the services and software when I see that it was made with love. With love towards what people are building. That a lot of thought went into designing the whole user experience, designing each and every feature and how they work together. That there are keyboard shortcuts and things like this. That a lot of different elements have been thought through. And same goes for customer service. We want to bring a completely new level of customer service in the space, and we are super happy that Alex, our head of customer success, joined us. He really has by now a nice progress in designing all of the the actual support and a lot of great ideas, the whole plan, how are we going to execute that. So yeah, with customer service it's just we want to have a completely different level, something that was not there before.
I mean, Mothership is a product and people's first company, and I really truly believe that customer service and customer experience should be one of the top priorities for us, and I'm so happy that Alex is on board with us.
And regarding product, we could not go with a white label solution, for example. This is how how we are different, and I think that this difference will help us when we really care about the product itself.
Okay. And I know I was here this day when they came. So we had a crew of BBC reporters coming in. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Not much to tell. So it was BBC, the radio, and they were making a documentary about ICOs and blockchain space in Estonia.
Yeah.
And usually such programs, they are made for a very wide audience. So all the topics covered, they were quite basic. We discussed how do you go about creating an ICO, specifically in Estonia. Generally, what's an ICO? What an ICO is, and whether how do you go about making investment decisions? I guess. But yeah, it was pretty basic. I think we spent around 40 minutes or so chatting on the record. So I wonder how much of that will end up in the actual program, which they will release in late March.
End of March, I think. Yeah, that was their estimation. Yeah, our community's favorite date right now is Q1. Yeah, Q1 is the goal. But personally, I was extremely happy with the result. Not the end result, because we haven't seen it yet, but the questions they were asking and the fact that they came to us for this kind of discussion means that we're here to educate the general public. So the general public isn't aware of what an ICO is or how to invest around this and what are the regulations and legislature around it. And to be in that position where we can help others understand the concept and the process of everything, I think it's a really great responsibility to have on our end, and hopefully we can continue to deliver this kind of message to the public as well. Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
So I guess we can move on to the next topic, which is Genesis. What do you think? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so the big thing about Genesis, we help launch ambitious blockchain projects. And being in Estonia and around blockchain and crypto, one of the most ambitious project that's in discussion is S-Coin. So people are wondering, are you going to launch S-Coin on Genesis?
I would say that would be a dream.
That would be a dream.
And yeah, that's the whole point of Genesis, I guess.
We'll do it for free. We'll
do it for free. And thing is that we would really love to do whatever it takes to become this kind of trusted partner for e-residency to launch S-Coin. And we are in a way we are building those relationships, and we have this event tomorrow, the new era in digital identification, and guys from e-residency will be there, and we'll be on a panel together discussing the future of digital identity. And but then at the same time, we should understand that S-Coin has the name of the country in its name. It's such a huge thing, such an important thing, which even contains like national pride, I guess.
Definitely.
So yeah, it would be just amazing to be that partner launching S-Coin, if there will be any, I guess. But yeah, we do work with them, and it would be just amazing.
Yeah, and this also goes back to the very first question about regulation and legislation in Estonia. So what I have personally have seen around the world, governments move rather slow, but Estonia and regarding innovation, they move rather quick, and S-Coin is definitely one of those things that are moving rather quickly.
Yeah. They run the whole e-residency team as a startup, and it's just so amazing to see that, because for me as well, there's this stereotype of governments moving super slow, especially when you look at Russian government. It's just hilarious how they do things. And when you see Estonian government do that and move that fast, you're just shocked basically. Cannot believe that yet and they're still doing it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's event because
Yeah. Me too.
All right. So what's the next question?
The next question: is there another Genesis client? Wanna take this?
I can take this one. There's always a next client. There's someone in the pipeline at any given moment, and I think just this year alone we had something around 20 people, 20 projects requesting to be launched on Genesis. But we have to remember that what do we want to focus our very limited resources on? And obviously everyone is waiting for the exchange, and for us too, we have been wanting to build the exchange for a very long time, and we finally have the right people and the right team. And still, even now, there are a limited amount of development time involved. So we have to kind of prioritize what do we want to go with next. And we're trying to be very selective about the Genesis platform is all built and ready to go to host the sale and help them out with legal, marketing, all these efforts.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It's a whole package. It's a whole package, and especially after the airdrop for consensus, we noticed a huge increase in number of applications, and people become more interested and not apply not only via this form that we have on the page, but they also contact us. Sometimes informally, and there's definitely a lot of opportunity there.
Right.
But yeah, we got to prioritize. Hyun explained the team composition right now, and though 14 people may sound huge, like if somebody told me like a year ago, "Hey man, you have 14 people, what are you gonna do?" But we really want to focus on this exchange part. Because with the sale, it's the type of thing which requires your immediate attention all the time, and things move super quick. And right now we feel that the right thing would be to continue keeping this really high level of like filtering for Genesis, and until we see an exceptional project, we can focus on the exchange.
Right. Like when we get applications, we have to look at the team that makes up that project. What is their vision and what is the value that they actually bring to the world, and we have to weigh that against what we want to build, which is the exchange, and like that's a very tough decision to make on a day-to-day basis.
I don't think though we have to choose. It's just it's all about resources. It's all about resources and finding people who can help us do stuff basically. And we are working on that. And we don't want to miss on those opportunities. It's just this whole comment about Genesis clients. It's in the moment. It's about what we think the best course of action is right now.
Yeah.
So it's exceptional clients, but the exchange comes first right now. This week, next week, and the week after that.
So speaking of the exchange, sir, when exchange?
When exchange. I think this is the
big question, the main question.
The main question everybody's waiting for. So, look, we have released this roadmap update recently, and we know that quite a lot of people took the news in a way that they removed the dates.
And it's not something case at all.
Yeah, not just like something that's not really positive, but when in fact we have some really optimistic estimates. The exchange is being built as we speak, and we already have all the UIs through all the features and all the designs. Just yesterday we had a call to finalize the very very last components on all the views for the V1 exchange first version, and also on the side of tech we have a lot of things built for the exchange, and it's coming together. And why we didn't put these optimistic deadlines on the roadmap, because we didn't want to disappoint anyone. Once again, we didn't want to commit to this. We didn't want to commit to overly optimistic dates, because things may go wrong. Like I could name the super optimistic deadline is about early April, very early April. But things may go wrong. Early April happens if it's all goes well. So on the other hand, we can take caution. Like, you know, in software development and software development teams, the managers of the teams, they usually have some kind of multiplier. They work out a multiplier, and then on the planning session, they ask developers how long this feature will take, how long that feature will take. Right. And they take their numbers and multiply it usually by 3. I remember in one team I worked with, we were like competing between each other. We knew ourselves, like as developers, we knew ourselves that there is this multiplier, and we were competing who can have the smaller multiplier, who can guess more correctly how long the feature might take. And the fun part is that knowing about this multiplier, you might give an estimate. You're like, okay, it's about 4 hours. Let me do times 3 myself. You tell it's 12 hours, and then it's 36 still. The multiplier still applies. Still applies.
Yeah, and I think a lot of our community members have not worked in software development or product development, and this is actually the case for a lot of companies, if not all companies, that they have to put a multiplier on it, and yeah, so something that for you guys to know that humans are really bad at estimating. So even if you know for a fact, like you have a certain amount of workload, you don't know what outside factors affect it, and for us, we try to always deliver on time, but there, like you said before, like there's always things that may go wrong, and you can only work around that issue. And
guesstimating. Also, you know, we also didn't want to put a lot of pressure on the team, because we started with this kind of aggressive roadmap, which we had before the update, and everybody on the team, even when they were doing good work, they felt this sense of urgency that even doing their best work today and tomorrow and after tomorrow, we are still not able to catch up. So we feel internally how things became better and more calm within the team, and the development is going faster now, because people can don't feel the pressure and can take time to think things through and deliver better job. So rounding this up, I would say that Q2 is our target. And we have broken down the initial release into 2 releases, which we called V1 and V2.
Okay.
And we did that because we want to take some additional time for to develop deposits and withdrawals, the whole wallet system. We needed to undergo more security reviews. We want to involve more different security researchers to make sure it's all fine. There are Ethereum smart contracts involved, and basically this is not the kind of feature that I would try to rush or hack together. This is extremely important. Security, right? So we'd like to take a bit more time to make sure that the whole wallet system is secure. And thing is, we will have all the other components, the UI, the matching engine, the accounts, and such, much earlier. Well, much earlier first. And we decided that we can release the first version without the deposits and withdrawals. But then the question is, why do you need that? Like, how could you use it in exchange without deposits and withdrawals? And that's how the tournament idea came up.
Yeah. People are wondering what the tournament is about. So what?
So yeah, the tournament is exactly about that. That we have two versions. V2 with the ability to deposit and withdraw real funds, real coins, and V1 with everything needed for the exchange, with everything that we want to have in this product in the first version. And the tournament is to stimulate people, to encourage people to go join and test out the exchange, test out V1.
Yeah.
And we want to, and I even really like this idea because it will allow us to test our matching engine under different loads. It will allow us to test if referrals work correctly. And by the way, V1 release, don't take it like as some kind of game, I guess, because the accounts will stick. The accounts will stick, and the referrals, they will also stick, and stick for lifetime for the V2 when we have the real money deposits withdrawals. Then basically we would be able to test all the systems, and the tournament and an interesting prize will allow us to attract more people to join and have more loads. And then while we get the V2 ready, we will also collect quite some feedback, I believe, and be able to understand what can be better for the second version.
Yeah, when I first heard about the referral system, like rolling onto V2 as well, like I was really surprised that we could do that. So by no means, like you guys should definitely.
Oops. Are we live yet?
All right, now we're live again, I think.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so we were discussing the referral system from V1 to V2 rolling out.
Yeah. So we will be releasing this V1 in several steps, and I think quite soon we will start with a close group of beta testers. Then we will expand to all MSP holders. Then we will release it publicly. And with the public release, we want to have those referrals. We want as many people as possible to join the tournament, so we can have the maximum loads possible. A lot of orders coming in, a lot of people using the exchange. The more we have, the better, and that's why we want to keep the price super interesting for people to join, and as well referrals is a part of that, because the accounts will stay, and you'll be getting the referral bonus lifetime.
Okay, and going from V1 to V2, besides the referral, V2 is when the real money is involved. So what's the time frame like between V1 and V2?
So we hope that it would take us a month from to get from V1 to V2. But this is the goal. This is the goal. This is the goal, and I think overall it fits quite nicely all together. So yeah, should be 1 month. But you know, as we come closer, as we develop more and more things, we can get better and better estimates.
Yeah.
So as those things go, as we have more development done, there will be more concrete estimates. So I think, you know, by the time we have launched V1, we will be able to tell exactly when V2 will happen by the amount of progress on the wallet and the exchange. I think that.
And we'll find out what we need to improve on the trading engine as well. I mean, the ideal situation is that we still would. Our goal is still to launch V2 within this year.
Of course, within this year and within Q2. That's the goal.
Yeah, I think that's a solid goal. And one minor question, I think this came from an e-resident. Can they access the exchange through e-residency? Like, do they have to be an e-resident to access the exchange, or does that matter at all?
This question came up a lot through the past 8 months, I guess. Every now and then, and we are now also working on refining the message, refining all the the message of all the products, and this definitely needs like a little bit of refinement, because you do not need to be an e-resident to access the exchange or to trade fiat pairs. You can use e-residency to simplify the verification process. You can use e-residency if you have it to enhance the security, to use it as second factor. For that, yes, but it's an enhancement, it's not a requirement.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so this is not a requirement by any means, and this also goes to show that we, in turn, want to help e-residency grow as a project as well, because we see the value in it. I mean, you're an e-resident yourself, so you clearly see the value in it. So yeah, I think it's a really great place to start. It's not a requirement. You don't have to be an e-resident, and even if you are, it doesn't matter. Anyone can participate.
Yeah. E-residency just makes things easier. It's it's pretty much the same as e-residency. How e-residency works here internally in Estonia, it just makes things easier. Like you don't need to have electronic ID card to sign a document. You can like go over there and like sign it with your hand. But do you want to? So
I mean, I'm not an e-resident myself. I'm just a local living here.
But
you pretty much have like all the rights that I have, and you can do everything online. You can sign documents online, do your taxes online.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna move up to a bigger question now about the exchange. Can you confirm the exchange is being developed in hybrid mode or a decentralized exchange, or is it too early to share this kind of information right now?
So it's pretty much the same thing as with the wallet part and the V1 part, everything else. We need to build stuff in iterations, and we definitely believe that the exchange should not be in the custodian of your funds, and we want to get there. But at the same time, we understand that this feature matters to not as many people as it should matter to actually. But for example, we understand how easy we can make corporate verifications for the exchange. Again, using e-residency, using Estonian business registry, it just makes things so easier. And those corporate clients, they don't want to manage their private even into the
Yeah,
bank.
they don't want. Yeah.
They don't want to do that. They will get robbed. Like so, and we see that we should not delay the launch of the exchange.
Definitely not. Yeah.
By waiting to have this hybrid tech ready.
Yeah.
We have internal like discussions and plans, and we know how to get there. But we understand that we should, with the first version, we are going to start as a centralized exchange, and we will be iteratively building up on that, adding the hybrid mode, the hybrid wallet, and getting there. Hopefully, it won't take us that long. It's just we definitely don't see the point of waiting to launch the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean the technology isn't there right now. And like you were saying, the security aspect, actually, a lot of exchange, not only exchanges, but in general, in crypto space, people don't take security that seriously. And for us, when we launched the exchange, we
Important.
yeah, and yeah, going back to this this main topic of decentralized exchange, like we obviously have talked about it, and we still do talk about it internally. But it's just discussions happening internally, bouncing ideas and proposals. Because simply because I think we believe that the technology is a bit too far out of the way. And like he was saying, we gotta get the exchange out before we get to that point.
Yeah. We have prototypes. We have explored different options. How do we want to build it? And we pretty much, yeah, you can say we started on the R&D towards creating a hybrid exchange. And thing is that we are even now, like, there is a whole plan in place. Whole plan how to get from V1 to the hybrid exchange. So even now we already build stuff with hybrid exchange in mind, and yeah, gonna get there. I guess this was the last question, was it?
Yeah.
It was. Do you want to check out the chat?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see.
One of our fans, Vianney, he's always DMing me. V1 is real money, but no fiat, right? Or fake money? V1 is just it's fake money. But there will be a trading tournament with real money.
Yeah. Let me clarify that. So V2 is real money, real MSP, Ether, Bitcoin, and other coins which you can deposit to the exchange and trade. Like the whole purpose of building the exchange, right? V1 is the very same exchange but without real coins. So yeah, it will have a few fake coins which you'll be able to trade and compete with other people trading them to get the price.
Okay. If you have any questions, this is like your last chance to ask before the next live stream. So
it was 40 minutes. Anything in Telegram?
Matt asks, can you re-clarify that V2 exchange target launch is by end of Q2 2018? V2 by Q2.
V2 by Q2. End of Q2. This sounds really possible. Yeah.
End of Q2 sounds possible. Yeah. If we stick to the current roadmap and current progress and current process.
Yes. Again, I wouldn't like you people to take this as a promise or as a commitment.
Definitely not.
We don't want to put that pressure on the developers, but yeah, Q2.
I mean, that's exactly why. That's exactly why we switched the template of the roadmap, because we want to show you what exactly we're working on, but at the same time, this pressure of deadlines it's quite big. Especially,
it is.
you guys know it yourselves. If we miss a deadline by even a day, you know what happens.
Oh, we feel horrible ourselves. We feel so horrible.
Yeah.
So the plan is if everything goes as planned, then the very beginning of Q2 is fake tethers.
Yeah.
Then 1 month after, it's the real deal, and we can't wait to get there. And we already building up all the operations support team and such, and getting prepared for the launch.
So Vianney again. He asked.
People, 2018 met. Of course, the exchange. Of course, 2018. Of course.
I mean, that's the goal. It always has been like it has never changed. It's just we want to share in a different manner. We want to share what we're working on, the progress of it. We want you to focus on that rather than the date. We want you to focus on the progress that we're making rather than a random number on a calendar. Vianney again. When can we buy the mother slippers? So mother slippers. He's referring to these. These are mother slippers.
Mother slippers.
I jokingly said, when are we gonna hire the e-commerce manager for our?
Open up like Shopify stuff. All those. Somebody made a really funny picture in the Telegram. Like Mothership set of stuff.
But you know what? Since you're watching, I want to tell you how genuinely I was so upset that you guys made a meme out of the slippers rather than celebrating the fact that there's BBC at our office, interviewing us. That's a huge deal. But I guess our community likes to have fun also. So
slippers. Does our community know about the lipstick?
Lipstick? No, I don't think they
lipstick.
So
it's a little story. We when Moontech was happening, we had to prepare some kind of giveaway things. It was like super cold December super cold, and we ordered those lipsticks to fix lip balms with Mothership written on it, and it was definitely worth it, still all around the town. Like I pay a visit to someone and see, oh wow, you also got that lipstick. People use it. I think a lot of people came back and said, wow, it was such a useful thing to get on the conference.
I would really like to have these things to give out in future events as well. All these things are being planned out, but I don't think selling mother slippers is on our roadmap, so I wouldn't count on it.
Adam asked, "Hey, any plan for 2018 roadmap?" So we just basically outlined what's the plan, and regarding the roadmap itself, as we get more work done, as we get better estimates, we are going to update the roadmap and add details and such. So we from how the roadmap looks right now, I think it will be much better and clearer now to move things around and add more details as they go.
And we will update the roadmap at least once a month. So just even if there's no progress being made, I will try to explain to you if things weren't moved, why it hasn't been moved. Rather show you what we have done so far in that specific card, so you can understand where things are at. Yeah.
So Ben Scrix is asking if there are if we have any plans to get listed on other exchanges than Cryptopia. So you see, it's in the optimistic estimates. It's only 2 months before we can trade MSP on our own exchange. So we are not actively doing that.
Not anymore.
And we've been approached by a few exchanges, and we are this. Let me. I had another question here about which which coins will get listed? Matt was asking. So then this goes together. Like we've been approached by a few exchanges, talked to them, and then they asked us some insane amount of money to get in this listing.
We don't want to name any exchanges, but
but we were like, no, because it's close. It's here, and then it just doesn't make sense to focus on getting on some other exchange when we are here already now.
Yeah.
So that's that. Yeah. Yeah, and back to the why I mentioned Matt's question about which coins gets listed. We are coming up with a list now. Nothing we can share right now.
No.
But yeah, we definitely want to have a much better listing process that is typically present on other exchanges now.
Yeah, when Arseny first shared the process of getting listed on other exchanges, I couldn't believe it, because it just sounded so ridiculous that they would go through these things to get it listed on the exchanges. Yeah, but I mean that's life. So do we have any other questions or?
We have some, but guys, we will already speaking about that.
Yeah, we answered these things.
Yeah.
Okay then. I think that was a really great session, and
yeah. It was, and it was the first time for me live streaming anything.
Yeah.
Well, except that the time I went to Tartu, was it?
Startup Day. Yeah.
Startup
Where you
Day.
casually walked around.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been super nice.
Yeah, if you like seeing this, let us know, and maybe we'll try to do more of these. What do you think? Would you be open to it if we see enough?
Yeah, of course, and yeah, definitely, especially closer to the launch times, there will be so many more interesting things to discuss. So
just communicate through Telegram or reach us out at hello@mothership.cx.